Tapped in with the studio radio show every other weekend from 8 to 9:30. Y'all make sure to tap in. Come see the livest news, the newest artists. You know what I'm saying? What's popping in the city. We got the livest events going on, man. Hey, you want to know what's going on?
Tap in with us.
Tap in. Tap in.
Studio.
That, put me in places and events where I can, show other people my talents and stuff like that. So yeah, it just took me, not being scared and, continuously putting myself out there.
So what part were you scared of? I mean, because it seems like you've always kind of been in the eye of people. So it's not really to be the center of attention more so that you're nervous of. Yeah. What was it, maybe the artistry? Just because, maybe it wasn't something that you were used to?
I don't know. I went through a lot of weird phases, like where I was in and out of and what people don't talk about a lot is that sometimes it's more than what your vocal cords are capable of. It's also a mental and tempo type of thing. Right? Everything has to be all in one. If you ain't stretched out, you ain't done your vocal warm-ups, if you ain't, talked yourself up to get into a performance, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be your best performance. Yes. And if you can't believe in a note, you're not going to hit the note. Yeah. So it just kind of took, rebuilding as I go, because I would get so far mentally and then kind of get knocked back, whether it was something, damage that somebody else did or something that I saw in myself or on the outside and was just like, oh no, this ain't it. So yeah, I just rebuilt, fail, got back up, fail, got back up. But yeah.
So what would you say like your biggest like motivational factor? Like what was that spark that said like, okay, Kace, this is what I should be doing for the rest of my life, like period?
Definitely when what I was doing was helping other people. So when it became more than just me, when it became bigger than me, when I realized that I have something to offer, not only for myself, but to other people as well. Especially, and I would say more recently, within the past 2 years, especially doing vocal producing for other people, being that extra ear in the room for them, so if they don't hear something and I hear it, I'm gonna let them know I hear it. They psyching themselves out and, running from notes. I'm telling you, stop running from the notes.
Just running together now.
Just run together, get these harmonies in shape, all that. But I think that's when I really realized I have something and I can't just sit on it.
Okay. So you get, so what, it seems like you say you got an ear for helping other people too. So what, I see it says you do a little producing as well. What would you say your talent is more for, artistry or production? I know oftentimes, exactly, so more. Oftentimes you get the struggle of, a lot of artists become producers, a lot of producers become artists, and then, there's that trying to find the happy balance of, who are you actually? Are you an artist who can produce, or are you a producer who can be an artist?
Wow, that's definitely something I'm proud of, because I always say like one of my goals is to start an artist development type of company, because I definitely think that's missing right now. Or if it's existing still, they don't put a lot of emphasis on it, and they kind of just throwing artists.
Yeah, they got them out there. The situation right now is the internet. The internet just makes everything yeah, exactly. And it's like the typical channels that you would have had to go through to, build this image or, perfect this brand, they won't have to be done anymore. Unfortunately, a lot of these steps that, were mandatory steps to get to the top can be skipped, we're definitely living in a world where one hit can definitely take you a lot further than where one good song could take you back in the day. One good song could get you noticed back in the day. One good song now could
set you for life.
Set you for life. Make you a multi-millionaire. So just being in this type of venture, especially, it changes so quickly. How do you as a artist / producer, kind of equip yourself, for the things that are there, on production side, artist side, management side, and I know there's a lot of legalities behind it. how are you preparing yourself as an artist for artistry?
I think
As a whole.
Definitely, I think it's going back to that mental thing and being able to stand firm in what I believe and what I want to stand for, especially even in the legality area, not letting somebody talk me into, you know, what's going to happen.
Yeah, take you down for it.
Exactly, like, and not just accepting anything, wanting to understand every little fine print, whether it be in a contract or what people are saying. Look for the fine print. So I'm definitely just trying to keep that mental strong in my just keep that mental strong and not be shaken or easily influenced.
Nah, this is definitely a thing. This is an industry where, I mean, you're around, especially if you actually end up, kind of making a name for yourself. You're a lot around, get the opportunity to be around a lot of big names. I mean, I know, as low as we are, I've had the opportunity to be around some names that, me a couple years ago wouldn't have even fathomed being in the room with. So, it's definitely a thing with, having to kind of keep your head on, especially once you, kind of start establishing yourself. This artistry happens quick, especially if you're actually making progress. It comes at you quick. And so, you just kind of got to find your path and, what works for you. What is your, I know you said church, you went to church. I don't know if that's still your preferred method of, kind of keeping your head level in the industry that you're kind of navigating. What is your sense of navigation and what do you kind of lean on when trying to, maneuver in this industry?
Definitely, if I could bringing up church again, remembering that God is the reason why I have my talents in the first place. Definitely, that keeps me grounded. And also just kind of trusting my gut more, because I have a bad habit of not doing it a whole lot, but I've been doing it more lately, and it hasn't steered me in the wrong direction. And I've just definitely been trying not to get caught up in the lights too. Especially because, and like you said, things come very fast. You look up and you're in the room, like recently with OG Bobby Millions. I didn't think, even though to some people that like he may not be this big star, but he's a big star. He's bigger than me.
I mean, somebody. It's just like that, somebody who's a big star to you ain't a big star to somebody else, but at the end of the day, I'm in the room with who the general public would call somebody.
And he will be an even bigger star, so I'm appreciative of it, and I'm trying to really just soak up the moment and really realize what's going on, and know that a lot of people don't get this opportunity. So you need to realize what's going on, take note, appreciate it, pray about it, and keep it going.
React to it. What would you say is your favorite collaborator?
That I've done?
Yeah, like ever.
That's hard. I say, put it like this. Anybody that I work with from the Red Room Studio, which is the studio that I work at.
Okay, shout out Red Room.
Shout out to Red Room, Superman, Lee, Chris, Ali Hall, all the producers there. Yeah, they are amazing. Like, best studio in Texas. I say,
That's what's up, man. So, like you said, I kind of see that you probably doing a lot of work at Red Room Studio. What led you there?
Definitely, my cousin, because she was there first. Destel, she's an artist. She's an R&B artist, an amazing R&B artist. Me and her have always been super close. Since we were kids, always singing together. And I guess she saw that I was really ready, and she was like, "Let me take you somewhere." And she took me to that studio, and I've never ever not been in that studio ever since then. Like, it's crazy. Like, even like the past 4 days, I was back to back in the studio, whether it was helping write a song or just like, I'm not afraid to ask, like, oh, do you need help with this? Or, hey, do you need like another ear? Or like, are you looking for a feature? Like, and that's what it has been like these past few days, just working, asking, networking, So that's kind of my method. I just kind of stay in the loop, and they don't mind. They love to have me there.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up, man. That's the ones that usually make, you know, it's always something to go on, always something to get into, you know, good and bad. You know, is whatever you involve yourself with is you know, kind of what you will become.
Who you are, yeah.
Show me friends. Yeah. I mean, if music is what you want to become, you surround yourself with people who be at the studio.
absolutely, it's funny to say that because like growing up, especially in high school, you know, my dad was really strict, so I wasn't really just going out like that and just like experiencing the world. But you know what? All the time that I was in that house, I was singing, I was practicing, I was writing.
He said I was singing. He said I was singing.
I was up in there playing with them apps on the iPhone, the the multi-track recording, practicing my harmony.
My boys on the lodge,
Playing with the Fruit Loop app on the computer, trying to learn something.
Virtual DJ.
All of that, literally, like, I was just practicing. And it feels good to be around people who, want to do what I'm doing and not bullshit and go to the club. Like, I don't want to do that. I can't see myself doing that every weekend or every day.
Everybody get a check behind it. You want shit with a couple dollars, you can pull that thing. We can make it do something.
All right.
Come with the bag. So would you say traveling with a smaller circle, or like, let me put it like this, would a bigger team suffice what your dream is, or would a smaller crowd or like a smaller team of people, like with the marketing? It feels like you already do a DIY anyway, so would you feel like that next level of like adage with the team? Like, do you feel like big team, small team, or how do you feel?
I think it definitely could be a small team and make it happen. And definitely make it happen. Like at the river, it's a small team, and then the pool may get bigger, but we still hold it down, keeping it clean, keeping the pool clean. So small, we can make it happen with a small team.
They say you don't need a big group of people. You need 3 motherfuckers you can take over.
That's right energy.
It's a studio radio show, man. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
And low key, when I like did this shit, I was saying to myself, all right, like, yo, what's the Louis Armstrongs or shit, Josephine Baker, like really the inspiration of the jazz age. I mean, shit, this is literally the new jazz age 2.0. And like what people need to manifest is like, yo, you don't have to stay so one-dimensional. You could do, even with the music, you could do pop, you could do rock, country, you could do, if you're doing radio, you could do film, you could do movies, you could do acting, you could do film sets, directorial shit. Like, don't just stay like, you gotta be like more like the Wu-Tang, but then come together in Voltron. We talked on that earlier on some shit. And like, we gotta collectively, that's how I feel as black people, as we focus and unify this shit, we gotta do it stronger and together. Like the fist is
around here. Crabs in the barrel type shit.
We was just saying in the last interview, like, there's so many people that just scratch at you and trying to reach the top. And it's lonely at the top and the bottom. We want to be real, so why are we, crabbing and clawing and pushing each other, and then the next man can come push us up? You would think. I'm still trying to figure that shit out. Niggas, like, even just this week, man, I'm over here getting a Twitter beef with niggas, so I'm like, yo, I don't have to waste my fucking energy. Even when I was speaking this shit to my mom, I'm like, yo, like, how you giving this energy to this person? You got how many college degrees? You got how many motherfucking people looking at you? You know what I mean? Entertainment tonight, fuck with your boys. Show your boys some love. Just give them a shout out. Say. I just don't. I give energy to light, and I don't give it to that shit. Man. My birthday 10 days from Halloween, but I don't have those guys in my
Oh, you a Libra?
Yeah, man.
Makes sense.
Yeah, man.
I think well, obviously, you don't know my birthday, but what do I give?
Is it air, earth, or water, or fire?
5.
Yeah. My mom is one. That's what I like.
Sagittarius.
Don't do that shit.
Aries?
Leo.
Man,
Something told me I should have said Leo, but like it's, I don't know, bro.
You can rainbow in something worse. A Gemini. What's up, man?
Yo,
Gemini's ain't bad.
Not those guns, those money guns.
ones I've
First
experienced.
got here, man. What today?
Yeah, I guess it depends on it depends on all the other shit too, though.
Man,
It depends on all the other shit in they sign too, though.
not a strip club, but like.
Like what's the name? Though? I got like
that went out too, right?
I got 2 Gemini signs. Yeah.
It is the Studio Radio Show, man. You back with another good segment with your boy Kace Andrea, man.
Exclusive.
So look, man, we gonna tell the people what you got out right now. You know, for the person who don't know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe looking for some of your work. What you got out with, you know, what's out there?
Definitely, first thing go look for Unreal by Kace Andrea. It's just as the name suggests, Unreal. Yeah. That particular song I'm probably like most proud of anything that I've done. Cause for one, it took a year between my debut single and Unreal, but within that year, I was just working, singing background, writing for people, doing the features, doing shows, just regrouping and just learning a whole lot that I didn't even realize I was learning. To the point where when I got to the first session of doing that song, it just went by like this. Because I already knew how I like to record. I already knew, you know, what I like, and just how it just happened so fast and so organic. And I'm appreciative
having that experience.
Yeah. Like it made all that time that I didn't, you know, release another song, even though I was already like working on other stuff for solo music. It just made it worth it, and I think people appreciated it more because you definitely hear like a difference. Everything, especially with my signature thing, like a lot of people like to talk about and point out, is the harmonies. Like I feel like they were just even more colorful and beautiful and just needed
More life
in
to
this
it.
time. Yeah, definitely more life to it. Like I cannot do a song without harmonies in some form or fashion.
It's your formula. You need it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I develop a sound.
So do you have any upcoming features or like any collaborations you got? Major league projects coming up?
Definitely. I'm working on an album.
Okay.
Definitely. Maybe EP. Who knows? But
Get
I'm
them 10
working
songs
on a
out.
batch. We got a batch.
Okay, it's something.
Don't worry about it. We working. Just know that's gonna get started.
Got a batch. Trust me. And it's gonna be out sooner, and we won't be waiting a year. This time around.
Word.
So yeah.
Well, look, send them, give them the links, the follows,
DSPs, who could get you at.
For sure. Yeah, you can find me at Kace Andrea at pretty much all of my social media. KACE ANDREA.
that way.
Yes, and I think on Twitter it's Kace Andrea FTNS.
And the other way.
So yeah. Yeah, and like I said, stream. Definitely Unreal. Stream though.
Hey, man, Unreal by Kace Andrea, man. It was definitely a pleasure having you. Definitely looking forward to having you back. You know what I'm saying? After you drop your next project, man, come back, update the people, let them know, you know, what's up, what's going on with you, man. Like I said, it was definitely a pleasure having you. My boy Jody Biggs. You know what I'm saying? We got Kace Andrea in the mix. Studio Radio Show. Yeah. Just like that.